Hi everyone, just a really quick video. I had other videos that I was going to post today, but I got home and I'm still in my coat, and my guides were very pushy about what they wanted me to say tonight. So, just a quick recap. Um, One is mind your energy. I know as we move into these realms where we are feeling energetically one thing, and then um, the physical world or the human world seems to be reflecting something else. Really pay attention. If you are feeling your energy getting draggy and you're like, oh no, nothing's happening, and you're doing that, it is actually affecting the collective energy. So it's better to be neutral if you can. And if you can't be neutral, at least don't share that energy and bring everybody else down, because we are creating this as we go along, okay? Really important. I have to be very careful because I have, had conversations with folks who just go negative really fast. And it's just hard. And right now, this is what we're being asked to do. We're being asked to keep the picture of the world we want to live in very present energetically. All right, I'll give you a quick recap of um, how I saw the energy of everything, this political thing that that we're going through. Months and months and months ago, I was listening, I was watching everything unfold, and I thought, I asked the question, was Orangina going to be president? And I got a huge no. I was actually kind of surprised because at that point, Biden was still running. He was still the nominee, and things weren't going so well. And I'm thinking, well, maybe Biden is going to pull some kind of hat trick. I don't know. And so I ended up, I kept asking some questions, and my guide said something unprecedented is going to happen. And then Biden stepped down. I said, is this the unprecedented thing? They said yes, but the yes wasn't huge. And when I kind of dug in a little bit more, they said there's going to be other unprecedented things. And I think we can all agree the whole thing has been like the craziest movie you've ever seen. Like everything, everywhere, all at once, the political episode. Just crazy, right? Um, I'll share quickly what I saw energetically as far as I'm going to talk in code. House of White, the red team, and the blue team. The House of White on my right, just a small version of it, the red team in front of it, and this kind of fighting, snarl of a mess, and the blue team watching. Now, the red team, all the times I watched, the red team could not get in. They were too big, they were too self-involved. There's other details, I won't share this now, but they just couldn't get in the doors of the White Palace. They couldn't get in. So I kept tracking that energy, and a few weeks ago, the snarl that was them sort of looked kind of like a pool toy that's bumping into one of those vents at the side of the pool, just kind of bumping into it. Not kind of, maybe it'll go in, but usually not, because it's aimlessly bumping. I thought that was strange. And then just a few days ago, I looked to see what was going on, and the snarly mess was actually beginning to float away. And when I looked, I think it was yesterday morning, there were these fissures developing in the snarly mess, like it was kind of falling apart or breaking apart or something like that. So that's what I keep seeing. And I try not to draw a lot of conclusions. That one seems pretty self-evident, though. I try not to draw a lot of conclusions because that's where I go wrong. So I'm just going to share my pictures with you. All right, the second picture I want to share. Right after the event that happened a couple of months ago, I, like everybody else, was plunged into despair. And I just thought, how could this happen? I mean, that's not the energy I was seeing. How did this happen? And I was sure that we were going to have concentration camps and I'd be out shoveling the snow, in my bare feet. And I mean, I live in Colorado, but I'm such a wuss. I mean, I shovel for 5 minutes and I have to take a break. So I was like, I will not do well with hard labor, at all. And so I felt that way for pretty much the whole day. And then the afternoon, something changed. Something changed, and my guides showed me a vision of this really beautiful green, lush place in front of me, like fields. And they said, this is the future, not what you were looking at earlier. This is the actual future. But between where I was standing and that green, there was a strip of turf that had been cut away. And so there was mud. It looked like just dirt. It didn't even look like mud. A few weeks ago, I thought, let me check that image and see if it's changed. And I realized that we were, when I say I feel like it's representative of, many of us are feeling this way. I was in that strip, but instead of just being a strip I could step onto and go into the green, it was almost like quicksand. And I was down to, I could just see, it was like I could see this much, my eyes were just above the dirt line. And my guide said, you're 2/3 of the way through. And then I think I checked, I lose track of when I did what. And then this morning, I think it was, I thought, let me look and see where we are. And now we are almost to the other side. We are at the other side, but we're still in the dirt and we're even lower. So I could feel the grass roots pressing against my forehead, and my whole face and body were in the dirt. It was suffocating. It was terrifying. It was horrible. Actually, you know what? That had to have been yesterday, because when I woke up today, something was vastly different. And I felt a sense of buoyancy and lightheartedness. This whole week, the energy has been really tough, but I felt this sense of buoyancy, and I was like, wow, something has really changed. Something has really changed. So, just going to say it again. Really, really keep the faith. I know it's hard when we don't think, when we don't see what we think should be happening. But this is the work we are doing right now. We are holding a space, an energetic space, an energetic vibration, and we are being tasked with sticking to that vibration, even though what we think should be happening may not be happening. Because when we're doing things on the vibration level, on the high vibration level, there is no timeline. Okay? And so when we as humans think, oh, this has to happen or that has to, we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. So really, really, really move through these next few days being extremely mindful. We are building something energetically. We are holding a space. And I don't know how else to say it. That negative Debbie Downer energy is so damaging. So damaging. So try to hold that vibration. If you feel negative and you're feeling, like that, go write it all down somewhere and then just toss that piece of paper, or go scream into a pillow or whatever, and then come back and take your place in the circle and shine the light. Okay? We have got this. Something big is going to happen. I really, really, really feel that something shifted today. I think we are squarely on the new timeline. Everybody is on board, and fasten your seatbelts.